Hey, Gelzer National Area and friends. This is Heidi Gelzer, and I am so excited for Pace Setters. I just love Pace Setters. I just love Pace Setters. And the presenters and I were talking here a few minutes ago, and we are so super excited about this Grit with Grace Pace Setters. And so we hope that you've got your book, however you printed it up, if you just put it on pieces of paper, if you put it in a cute little booklet, if you put it in a binder, but you guys, it is like gold. Are you just so excited about what is in this book? When the directors sent me their parts of this book, I was literally freaking out. I boxed each and every one of them and told them how amazing this is to just have this book in your hands for free. Can you say that? Free. F-R-E-E, free. Oh my goodness, I gotta turn my phone off here. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So in the beginning of the book, it just talks a little bit about, what this Pace Setters is about. It tells a little bit about me in case you've never met me before. And then it goes into questions for my sales director. So you have a place right there to jot things down if you're like, okay, because some of you are brand spanking new. Like seriously, we have new consultants on here, and we have people with a ton of experience. But the directors have put this together so that it will give everybody something. It will give everybody something. But there might be some things that you're hearing as a new consultant. Maybe there's some verbiage that we're using. We're going to try to be crystal clear, but we might mess up, okay? And so write down any questions that you have for your sales director about anything that you don't understand. And maybe we're going to go through some things too quickly. But you know what's so exciting about this Google Hangout is that it's automatically recorded. So you can just come back and push the same link and you're going to get the recording. Okay, you guys, so that is fantastic. This will be here for you. And so this page here, you're going to see in the beginning of every single week of Pace Setters. And that's what I'm really going to have you do. I learned a long time ago that at an event, I would take notes in my notebook, but then in the back of my notebook, I would have a page for my aha moments to go, that was really good. And so we've put pages in here for this week for you to go, okay, no, that was really good. And you want to go back to your aha page and write it down. So that's aha, like Oprah's aha moments, right? And then we have the BFO. Some of you have been in Pace Setters before and you know what that is. Some of you have no idea. And that it means the BFO stands for blinding a flash of the obvious. That's from my friend, National Sales Director Leah Carta. Blinding flash of the obvious, where you're like, duh, I should know that, I should be doing that, but I haven't. So that's where you put your blinding flash of the obvious thoughts. And then you have WOW, W-O-W. That's a list of what you can do within 1 week. Okay, within this week, what can you change this week about your business? WOM is within 1 month. Okay, maybe you're not going to change it this week, but within a month, you are going to make that change. And the last one is within 1 year. Maybe it's the change that you're going to make. Maybe it's the accomplishment that you're going to do. I don't know, but that's within 1 year. And these are great for you, but they're also great tools for your sales director. So this would be something that you would want to take a picture of on a weekly basis during Pace Setters and send to your sales director. Okay, so we're going to go into page 11, which is Grit with Grace Pace Setters Introduction. And I just want to say, do you know that there's over 700 people signed up for Pace Setters? Are you kidding me? 700 people. This is so exciting. And you know what? You're going to get lots of ideas on this Pace Setters. You're going to get lots of ideas. Like today, you're going to get lots of ideas about how to get leads. You're going to get lots of different scripts about how to get bookings. What I want you to not do is go to the land of overwhelm, you guys, because that's not going to serve anybody. National Sales Director Pam Shaw, when I was at one of her trainings, she said something that always stuck with me. She said, if you hear an idea that makes your heart sing and you're like, yes, that's it, that's what I want to do, then run with that idea. If you hear an idea that makes you want to chew your arm off, then don't do that idea. That's not for you. Because you know what, you guys, it's got to be fun. It's got to be fun. Mary Kay used to say, if it's not fun, you're doing something wrong. Okay, so you guys remember that. Will some things be a little uncomfortable? Yeah, because you know what? Doing something new is uncomfortable. Pushing outside of our comfort zone is the definition of uncomfortable. But if it makes you want to scream, if it makes you want to quit, Mary Kay, you don't have to do that, okay? There are many different ways to do different things in this business. So don't do what makes you sick, because then you won't even do it. Does that make sense? Okay. Let's see. And I want you to know this. One new executed idea could change your life. One new idea could literally change your life. Okay. I think all of us who are successful in Mary Kay can think back to one idea, one hostess plan, one new way to get leads, one new script, one new way to share the marketing plan that absolutely changed our brain, changed our business, and therefore changed our future. So my friend Sean Key, he was asked the question, and some of you have heard this before, but I think it bears repeating. He was asked the question as the vice president of our multi-billion-dollar company, what is your biggest competition? Right? And I think the person asking the question expected him to say some other direct selling company or some other cosmetic company. But you know what he said? He said this, our biggest competition is not direct sales, and it is definitely not a cosmetic company. Our number one competition is one, low confidence. Low confidence. You guys, knowledge builds confidence. And so what you're going to get in this Pace Setters is more knowledge. But you know what? Confidence also comes from practice. So as you get this knowledge in this Pace Setters, I'm going to encourage you to put it into practice because that's going to make you more confident. So number one, he said, our biggest competition is low confidence. Number two, bad decision making. Don't you hate to hear that? Bad decision making. Okay, you guys, my friend Pam Shaw says you can start a diet in the middle of a bag of potato chips. You can start today to make right decisions. And number three, poor time management. You guys, we're going to stop wasting time. We are going to start using the tools that Mary Kay herself gave us, the weekly plan sheet, the 6 most important things list, the brain dump. You guys, we all know that. And you know, his friend Kevin Kepler, who works with Sean, he asked the question at the Red Jacket Director meeting. He said, what are you pretending not to know? What are you pretending not to know? Like, seriously, sisters, we all know we should do a 6 most important things list. We all know we should do a weekly plan sheet. We all know we should do a half hour of booking calls a day. Like, seriously, you guys, it's just in the doing. It's just in the doing and making it fun. So now, this can be a fun competition. And some of you hear the word competition and you like get super excited. And some of you hear the word competition and you shut down. Okay, stop it. Stacey James, who's one of the wisest people that I know, shared with me that everyone is competitive. Everyone is competitive, but they are either externally competitive, which means you love to compete against other people. And there's nothing wrong with that. If that's how God made you, then go race against someone else. Go win. Find out what the biggest points are that have ever been in Mary Kay and these Pace Setters and go beat that. But some of us are internally competitive, which means I don't have to beat you, but I got to beat me. Okay, I want to be my very best. See, my sister Tammy is externally competitive. She likes to win, and that's great. Do not shy away from that. I'm internally competitive. I like to win too. Everybody likes to win, but I love to beat my best. I like to go, I'm going to beat myself better than I did Pace Setters last time. I'm going to do my very best. How can I get these points? I'm going to look at that sheet and I'm going to strategize how I can get the most points that I can. Okay, you guys? But use that sheet that's on the Facebook page. Use that Pace Setters voucher to get excited. Don't just fill it out on Sunday night. That is not the way that we win at this game. Okay? You need to look at it now. Print it off while you're watching this if you need to, or right when you get home so that you can have a tracking sheet to run on. Attract, number, grows. Okay, so the goals of this Pace Setters, here we go on page 11. We're going to fill in some blanks. The goals of this Pace Setters is to grow in your grit. Grow in your grit. That means in your determination, in your bounce back ability, and not giving up. Okay, you guys? How are you going to do that? Grow in your grit. The next one is spiritually, our national area's motto. Spiritually, the next one is emotionally, and the next one is financially. I want you to grow in your grit so that if you want to, you have a stronger spiritual life. Number 2, that you will be more emotionally stable. I'm still working on that. And I've been in Mary Kay for 21 years, sisters. It is a process. And number 3, financially. My friends, I want you to have fun and make money in this business, okay? And in the process, change lives. Mary Kay used to always say, the size of your paycheck is in direct proportion to the number of lives that you change. Isn't that exciting? If you want a bigger paycheck, go change more lives. That has always motivated me, always. All right, grow in, first of all, your grit. The next one is grow in grace. Grow in grace for yourselves and for others. You guys, you're going to have days that are just all going to fall apart. You are. You're going to have days where people are going to cancel on you. You're going to have days where your personal life is all messed up. Give yourself some grace. One of my friends would say when she'd have a really bad day in Mary Kay, she'd go take a bath, have a Coke, and a chocolate bar, and start over the next day. Now, I would have a glass of wine and a chocolate bar and start over the next day, but whatever works for you, okay? So grow in grace for yourselves and for others. The middle paragraph, grit has been found to play an integral role in people's success. This is from the book Grit by Angela Duckworth. Grit has been found to play an integral role in people's success. From, the first blank is spelling bee champions, to salespeople, to athletes, to teachers, and every other walk of life. Grit has been found to play an integral role in people's success, from spelling bee champions, to salespeople, to athletes, to teachers, and every other walk of life. So what are the grit factors? You know, this was by the man named Francis Galton. Oh my goodness. Charles Darwin, it was his cousin back in the 1800s. This man was from a long time ago, and this is what he said. He didn't call it grit, but he called it the ability to succeed, okay? Is number one, it's ability plus exceptional zeal. Okay, grit factors, ability plus exceptional zeal, plus the capacity for hard labor. Ability plus exceptional zeal, you guys, you want it. Plus the capacity for hard labor. You guys, we can do this. And you know, it's so interesting because, you know, having a Mary Kay party or a skinker class is really not hard labor, would you say? Like, it's not digging ditches. It's not roofing in the Florida heat. It's not doing any of that kind of stuff. You can do this. A gritty person always has a calling and purpose beyond herself and immediate circumstances. This is huge. I'm going to say this again. A gritty person always has a calling and purpose beyond herself and immediate circumstances. So you guys, if you want to be gritty, you got to figure out your why. You eventually need to figure out your why, because that will keep you going. Beyond herself and her immediate circumstances, beyond the cancellations, beyond the disappointments. What do you really want your Mary Kay business to do for you and for your life? You see, you guys, it's going to go beyond getting a pink suit or a red jacket or even a red national sales director suit. What do you really want your life to look like? What do you want your finances to be able to do? What do you want your influence to be? You guys, really, that's what will keep you going. And finally, we're going to talk about grace. Grace is undeserved love. It's undeserved love. That is the definition of grace. I'm a Christian. A lot of you know that. And so what those things say down there is from God to us, God's unconditional love to us. So grace is undeserved love, first of all, from God to us, and then from us to others. You guys, have grace with your customers. Have grace with your people who book with you and then cancel. Have grace with your team members who just have low self-confidence right now and are scared to text you back or call you back because they're ashamed of what they have or haven't done. Have grace with them. And then on the last one, it's forgiving ourselves. Every day is a new day. You know, one of Mary McIntosh's, I think, favorite passages is God's mercies are new every morning. New every morning. You guys, we get to wake up every day forgiven, starting over. We can't change yesterday. We have no control over tomorrow. All we can control today is our attitude and our activity. In control of our attitude and our activity. So you guys, live in grit. Figure out what your passion is that's going to take you beyond your circumstances, and then live in grace from God to others and for ourselves. You know, I listened to a Mary Kay CD many years ago, and she just listed a whole bunch of things that we get angry about. She said, people are going to disappoint you. Love them anyway. People are going to lie to you. Love them anyway. People are going to cancel on you. Love them anyway. You guys, that's Mary Kay, our founder, and how she spoke. And so I'm so excited for you to be a part of this Grit with Grace Pace Setters, because you want more. And I know that you're going to have fun doing more. And so let's find out more about our founder. I think that's so important that we do that. You guys, we're celebrating 55 years on September 13th. Thursday. It's 55 years that Mary Kay opened the doors to Beauty by Mary Kay. And so we always want to go back. If you haven't, reading the autobiography is not an assignment for this Pacesetters, but if you haven't read it, you guys, go read it. Pull it out of your starter kit. If it's been more than a year than you've read it, read it again, because you know what? You will fall in love with this company again. You will fall in love with this founder, and you will know why Mary Kay Cosmetics is different than any other company out there. I believe that with my whole being. And so